The story begins when Shaurya, a resourceful and ambitious employee, moves into a new apartment, dreaming of a better life for himself and his girlfriend, Nuri. However, fate takes an unfortunate turn when he gets locked inside the apartment on the 35th floor, with no electricity, water, food, or means of communication. Helpless and alone, he realizes that the building is devoid of any other inhabitants as it is still under construction. As Shaurya's harrowing days continue, his physical and mental strength diminishes, making each passing moment even more challenging. He resorts to eating insects and pigeons he manages to catch, but the meager sustenance barely keeps him going. He also becomes increasingly desperate for water, searching every nook and cranny for a drop of moisture. The monotony and isolation take a toll on Shaurya's mind, and he starts to question his own sanity. He talks to himself, replaying memories and conversations from his past, trying to keep his spirits up. He even writes a goodbye letter to Nuri, expressing his love and regrets, unsure if anyone will ever read it. Amidst this seemingly endless nightmare, a ray of hope emerges when Shaurya spots a security guard in a nearby building through his telescope. He tries desperately to signal for help, using a flashlight and banging on the glass, but his attempts go unnoticed. The guard is just out of reach, both physically and in terms of communication. With time slipping away, Shaurya's situation worsens, and he starts to lose all hope of ever being rescued. He reaches the brink of collapse, contemplating whether life is worth holding on to in such dire circumstances. Just when all seems lost, a sudden rainstorm brings a glimmer of hope. Rainwater pours onto the unfinished floors of the building, and Shaurya collects it, rehydrating himself. Revived by this precious gift from nature, he regains some strength and composure, reigniting his determination to escape. Shaurya devises a new plan, using the rainwater to sustain himself and trying to break open an elevator shaft that might lead to the lower floors. He manages to pry open the doors, but the vast drop leaves him hesitant to take the risk. Despite his fears, Shaurya musters the courage to descend down the dark and narrow shaft using a makeshift rope he fashions from pieces of cloth. It's a nerve-wracking journey, fraught with danger at every step. As he inches closer to the ground floor, the tension reaches its peak, and the audience holds its breath, hoping for Shaurya's safety. His heart pounding, he finally reaches the ground floor, battered and bruised but filled with an indescribable sense of triumph. Shaurya has endured the unimaginable, battling his way through physical and emotional torment to emerge victorious. The sunlight greets him as he steps out of the building, embracing the freedom he once took for granted. Exhausted but alive, Shaurya's journey through hell and back has transformed him. He looks around at the city that had trapped him and appreciates the value of life and liberty more than ever before.